funny crafting journey here. That journey took on Instagram. Hey, on Instagram, I am really close to 1,000 followers. Yay! Celebration. Yeah. How are you? Did you have a great weekend? I did. I did some shopping. I have a few more people to buy for, but I had to buy for what we call the angel family at work. That's where we pick a family. You know, each department in the hospital picks a family, you know, that a little down on their luck. And this family that we picked has 3 boys, 2 girls, and the boys are like 9, 10, and 12. And they wanted sporting equipment. So I went to Walmart, bought them a football, baseball, basketball, and a soccer ball. Yeah. I don't think they asked for the basketball, but I threw that in for good measure. What the heck, right? They did ask for the other 3 things. So if you are tuning in for the first time, thank you. I know I have a lot of new subscribers, and I really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I hope you enjoy the content. This is where I do crafting and crime daily. It's designed so that you have something to listen to while you do your crafting, whether it's diamond painting, crochet, loom knitting, whatever, cross stitching. You listen to me chit chat, and then I'll tell you about some live trials that are going on. So I've been working on this painting for my granddaughter. I have 2 colors left to do. So I'm working on the bottom part. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, it's an amazing little painting, I gotta tell you. This is from DP with Sparklers. Let me turn it around. Oh, pens are going on the floor. Always something ends up on the floor. Now, I will tell you that I did not put my desk so you can see the Christmas tree today, because some people complain they want to see the cats playing, and they're very rambunctious today. The crafty cats, Stitch and Pearl. So I figured, okay, I'll give you a little show today. Now, of course, where are they? Nowhere to be found, of course. Yeah. So here's the painting thus far. The hands. Look at the hands. So cool. So I'm just working on the some of the blue row needs to be finished, and the purple row down at the bottom. Yes. And I ordered the magnetic frame, which I have never used. So we'll do that together on camera. We'll figure that out. I measured I converted, well, with the help of my subscribers, converted the centimeters to inches, and I think it comes to like 27, so I ordered a 28-inch frame, which is going to be just a little larger than what I need, but I think that'll be okay. We'll figure it out together. Yes, together. Oh, so let's do, I have a soundboard now, guys, so I am going to play. So yesterday during my live, I promised you guys a train. You want to hear the train? No. If you listen to my lives, you'll know what the joke about the train. I was telling people that on older movies and even some current ones, you know, if you see a train going into or out of a tunnel, it's a symbol, or it's just, I don't know what you call it, but it means someone's having sex, and nobody knew this. They're like, what? I didn't know that. Well, so there's a running joke about me and the train. Hi, you want to come see me? Hi, say hi, Mommy. He's had a tummy ache all weekend. Come here. Hi, Mommy. What, you don't want to be up here? Ashley says, how come you don't cuddle with him? Because he wants to play. I think he wants to play on his iPad. Let me get it for him. Yeah, I put the iPad where you can see it. He's stalking it. So I'm going to do a little diamond painting while we talk today. Oh my, there's some people hair on this painting. People hair. Oh. After this, between now and my Ticket to Ride event with Cheryl Katz, that starts January 1st. Once I finish this, I'm going to work on Who's Your Doggy from Gary Patterson, offered by Diamond Art Club. Yeah, I am. Oh my, we got some drills here. So let's do the Advent Gnome. Okay, there are, how many days till Christmas? 12 days till Christmas. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? 12 days. Those Amazon people are working their butts off, I gotta tell you. So are the mail people. 12 days till Christmas. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. I don't know the whole thing. 12 drummers drumming. 11 pipers piping. 10 lords a leaping. 9 ladies dancing. 8 maids a milking. 7 swans a swimming. 6 geese a laying. 5 golden rings. 4 calling birds. 3 French hens. 2 turtle doves. And a partridge in a pear tree. Oh my God, I can't believe I knew that whole thing. Don't ask me to do it twice. I had no idea I'd do the whole thing. Okay, 12. This starts the 12th day of Christmas. I think it's supposed to go the other way. Not before Christmas, after Christmas. I don't know. Whatever. So today we are going to take some treats to work. Monday morning, good idea. Because Monday in our offices, you know, because all of us work from home 2 days a week. But Monday's the day like almost all of us are there. So I could take some donuts. But I also have that football and baseball, all that stuff to carry. I think I'm going to leave that in my car and see if my boss wants me to transfer it to her car. Something like that. 2 turtle doves. Okay. Bye, Naomi. So now the cat is nowhere to be found. I set this up so you go watch the cats. I don't know what they're doing. Whatever. I got my coffee, my gnome cup. Thank you, Rivka. She was my secret Santa. She got me this cup. Speaking of secret Santa, friend mail, Christmas present. So yesterday I got a Christmas present from Mama C, and she's like, you're going to get another package today. So my sister got a package, which she thanks you very much for, Mama. Yesterday I got these whole cashews, a whole thing full of whole cashews, and this really cute little gnome. Oh my gosh, I have to show you. Okay, this is the funniest thing ever. That's all it does. That's so funny. But I love the little hat. And, oh my gosh, and he's got little reindeers on. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. So, yeah, the music's weird. Okay, so she said, you're getting another package today. Yay. Okay, let's find out what we got. So this says, oh, this is from my wish list. Guys, I have my birthday's 4 days after Christmas, by the way. So I have a wish list down in the description if you guys want to send me something. I am not asking you to. A lot of people say, do you have a wish list? So enough people asked that I decided just to put it down in the description. Oh, enjoy your gift. Thank you, Michelle, Mama C. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's so cute. All right. So on my wish list, I don't make it any secret that I love Tulip crochet hooks. Now this is a size that I already have, but it's such a common size that I use it very, very often. And I'll go to look for this and it'll be in another project bag. So I wanted more than one. These are the best crochet hooks ever. Tulip by Itamo. And it's pink. It's 5.5 millimeter. Yes, we're getting a lot of glare today. It's just the time of day that it is. The sun hasn't come up yet. Oh my God. A crochet hook. What would be amazing is to get the entire set, but entire sets are really expensive. I think that's on Mama's wish list too. She told her family, get me an entire set of Tulip crochet hooks. Then I had a couple of books on my wish list. One, I love to crochet hats. I'm all about loom knitting hats, crocheting hats. So this is called Crochet Beautiful Hats. And it's all hat patterns, yeah. With very detailed instructions. Yes, lots of glare today. Crochet Owl hat pattern. Oh my God. How cool. Yeah. Hat patterns and guide to crochet. Oh my word. This is really nice. Okay, so we got that. I have no shortage of hat pattern books, but I collect them. I'm a hoarder. I admit it. Okay, let's put this over here. Now, I already have a crochet journal, but when I saw this, I'm like, oh, I have to have this one because I just love it. So don't be offended. Yes, it says what you think it says. I love this. So it's a crochet journal. So you open it up and you put all your information about your project, that what kind of hook, what the pattern is, where you got the pattern, if you have named your project, the date that you started, the gauge, any extra tools that you need for it, when you ended the hello. And then you put the yarn type, including the dye lot, which is very helpful. How many skeins you used. You can even put like a sample of the yarn down here. And then a photo when it's done. I love this. Oh my God. Yes. Hello. What's up, buddy? What are you doing? What's going on, buddy? Huh? You're ruining my chair. Yes, you're ruining Mommy's chair with your nails. What are you doing, huh? What's going on? So I just don't know what to do with myself. Oh, and your game is turned off. Okay. He needed me to turn the game back on. He had swiped something and it went to something else. So he's quite insistent about that game. Crochet hook. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I can sit and crochet, eat cashews. Yeah. It's a good night when I can do that. So I have been working on I've got a couple of crochet projects going for Christmas. One for my friend Danielle and one for my sister-in-law, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law. I don't have a sister-in-law. I don't know where that came from. Anyway. Let's talk about our planner. Let's get our planner out. I didn't plan for the week, guys. I keep doing that. I did not have a Zoom yesterday. Normally I do it in the Zoom when I remember. You're like, Rebecca, you've forgotten lately. Yes, I have. I know. All right. I'll do it later and then I'll show you tomorrow, but let's go ahead and turn to that page. All right, hold on. We're in December and no snow, not a lick. Not a lick. Okay, so this was last week. This is this week. Okay, dentist appointment tomorrow. Yay! I have this chipped tooth. It doesn't really hurt, but you know, the food gets in there and I'm gonna get a cavity. Probably already have a cavity there because I didn't take care of it right away, but I want to spend the rest of my FSA money on the dentist. I've already bought the glasses, which I desperately need. Okay, it is National Hot Cocoa Day. Hot cocoa. And in this day in history, we are going to talk about Greta Thunberg. I think that's how it's pronounced. Thunberg. Thunberg. And if you don't know who she is, stay tuned, because that's what we're going to talk about. So, National Hot Cocoa Day, which I did not know it, but hot cocoa is different than hot chocolate. Not by much, but hot cocoa is made out of cocoa powder. Now, hot chocolate is just melted chocolate that's hot. And then you can mix it with some milk and it tastes good. But hot cocoa is made out of cocoa powder, which is why you can bake with a hot cocoa mix. But the other thing you can do with a hot cocoa mix is put a couple of tablespoons of it into your coffee. Now, hot cocoa goes way back into the 1400s, back to the Mayans, and yeah, lots of people drank hot cocoa. I had this one boyfriend. I think I've told this story before. He was from Guyana. Grenada. One of those G countries. Sorry. Grenada. Small little island, but he had family there. And they would send him these cocoa balls. And he called them cocoa tea. Oh, my cocoa tea is here. And he would take this ball of cocoa and he would put it in a pan of hot water and just let it boil. And when it was done, it made this hot cocoa that was amazing, because they have these cocoa trees in Grenada, and his family would make these fresh from the cocoa. You can't get that stuff here anywhere in the States. You just can't. Ooh, oh my. So hey, don't forget to hit the like button. I gave him the day off.
Yes!
Woohoo! Yeah, because he worked very hard this weekend. I just used a Puff Plus with lotion on my glasses. I'm so stupid. That ain't gonna work. Now I can see. I just went and washed them. Hot soapy water and some paper towels, and I can see again. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yes. So, where were we? Oh, hot cocoa. All right, we finished that. Let's talk about Crafting and Crime Daily. Don't you love this button? You have to listen to it all the way through. The case of Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, she is the heiress whose boyfriend was Jeffrey Epstein, who committed suicide in jail when he was arrested for sex trafficking. Now, she's on trial for sex trafficking. The prosecution rested their case on Friday. Yep. Mm-hmm. So the last of 4 accusers, they only put 4 of the accusers on stand. So the last one, she used her real name. Her last name was Farmer, I think. She used her real name, and it was pointed out on cross-examination that during the, they had this big fund. Once Jeffrey died, they set up this big fund for his victims, and she got $1.5 million from that fund. So she claims that when she was 16 years old, she went to New York to visit her sister, who was living with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, her sister was older, or working for Jeffrey Epstein. I guess her sister did not clue her in. Anyway, so she goes up there, and now she's thinking, hey, if I make friends with these people, maybe they'll help me out with my education. So lo and behold, she is greeted by Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, and they take her to the movies. They like her. They take her You know, Maxwell on one side, Epstein on the other. He's holding her hand during the movie, rubbing her leg, and she's like, I felt so awkward, but I didn't want to say anything because Maxwell's sitting right there, and that's his girlfriend, and I didn't know what she knows, and I felt really awkward. So then we go back to the house, and Maxwell, the girlfriend, says, hey, you want to get can I give you a massage? And she's like, okay. And Maxwell pulls down her shirt, exposes her breasts, and starts massaging her breasts. So there you have it, guys. She knowingly was doing sex acts with a minor. She knew this person was a minor. I hope she knew. Is that going to be her defense? I don't know. So that's kind of the whole damning evidence there. The next few people to testify were this woman's accuser's boyfriend, to just collaborate what she had said on the stand, and then the woman's mother as well. Now, the mother was told by Jeffrey Epstein, because they flew her to New Mexico, and Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell told the mother that she was going to be there as part of this educational program, that there were going to be 25 girls there, that he had offered to mentor all of them. Yeah. What he did was he lured them all over there to have sex with him. Oh my God. What a tangled web we weave. So the judge, he heard arguments of the defense counsel. Whenever the prosecution rests their case, the defense always asks for a judgment of acquittal. It's a routine motion. It's very rarely granted. But you have to do it to maintain your appellate rights. So they asked the judge to enter a judgment of acquittal that the prosecution had not proved their case beyond a reasonable doubt. So the judge says, no, denied. Which, that's par for the course. But then he tells the defense, or he tells the jury, come back on Thursday and you're going to hear the rest of the defense's case. And I'm thinking, Thursday? What happened to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? I don't know. I don't know if one of the jury members has plans for those days, or if the judge has plans, or one of the parties has plans, but they're not having court again until Thursday. Yeah, maybe they have to do their Christmas shopping. I don't know. But so the defense will start their case on Thursday, and then the judge says, I hope to get the case to you by December 20th, which I think would be Monday? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Monday, a week from today. Okay. Interesting. Then we have the case of Kimberly Potter, who accidentally pulled out her gun instead of her taser and shot and killed Dante Wright. So when you're watching all of this stuff and listening to all this testimony, you have to keep in mind that this all occurred within minutes, seconds. So, and I think a lot of people forget that. They're like, they didn't do this and they didn't do that. Well, there's an explanation for why they didn't do it. Anyway, so they have this traffic stop. They pull Dante over. Now, we've seen the body cam footage of the officer that was in training. I don't know if we're going to get body cam footage from Kim Potter. I think we will. I don't think we've seen it yet. But the person that took the stand on Friday was Sergeant Johnson. Now, he's not a sergeant anymore. He's got some kind of a civilian job, investigative job, and he wears plain clothes now. And Yeah, anyway. So, very interesting testimony. But the judge starts out by telling the jury, I know there's no windows in this courthouse or wherever they are, but I have got an eye on the weather because there was that huge storm was moving in, the one that caused all those horrendous tornadoes Friday night. So this is Friday morning. So she's like, this storm is moving in. This is in Minnesota. She's like, I'm going to keep an eye on the weather. If it's not snowing right now, but if it starts to snow, I'm going to send you guys home because I don't want you guys in a big mess in your cars. I thought that was so soft. This judge is very small, soft-spoken, and she speaks very slowly, but she's good. I like her. But she was very courteous to the jury. So I thought, but this Sergeant Johnson was on the stand for quite some time. He had a lot to say. They had a lot of questions to ask. So he gets on the scene. He parks behind their squad car, the squad car of Kim Potter and Officer Lucky, who was in training. So he parks behind them. He gets out of his car. He goes over and he says, you know, what's going on? And they tell him that they pulled this guy over. He's got an expired tag, had an air freshener expired tag. And we just looked him up and he's got a warrant for a gun-related charge. And Sergeant Johnson explained that it's for carrying a weapon without a permit, which is what he was charged with. But he also had a no contact order, and they needed to ascertain the identity of the female to make sure that's not the person he was supposed to have no contact with, in which case he would be in violation of that no contact order. Because at this point, they had no idea who this girl was that he was in the car with. As it turns out, this was not who he had the no contact order against, or who had the no contact order against him. This was a new girlfriend that he had just met a few weeks ago. They decide they're going to formulate a plan. He says, I'll go to the passenger side. You go ahead and go effectuate the arrest on the warrant, which is what they have to do. It's a bench warrant. They have to arrest them and they have to appear before a judge on that warrant. So we see his body cam footage. He's on that side of the car. The door opens. He's asking the female some questions. I don't remember what, but because everything's happening very quickly on the other side of the car. You see Dante Wright get out of the car. Then you see him very soon after that trying to get back into the car and take off. So when that's happening, Sergeant Johnson actually pushes the female back against the seat, leaning his body in towards her so she doesn't interfere. He's grabbing the gear shift and he's trying to pull it all. He's got his hand over here trying to restrain her. He's grabbing the gear shift. Now he's got almost his entire body in this car. He's grabbing the gear shift and trying to pull it all the way up, or I don't know which way is park, all the way up to park so that he can't take off. Then he's trying to go for the keys. Then he takes the keys and he pulls them back, and then he grabs Dante's right arm. And then he hears, I'm going to taser you. Now, even though she said it twice, Kimberly Potter says, I'm going to taser you. She said it twice. He says he only heard it once. Then he heard the signal, taser, 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 which means to let go and back off unless you want to get shot too with the taser. So he's got the guy's right arm and he's got it like lengthwise, you know, he's holding this right arm. And his plan was to put a handcuff on him and then, you know, somehow effectuate getting the other hand somehow. But when he hears the taser signal, he drops the right arm and he backs away. And then right away you hear the pop. And then the vehicle takes off. Because, you know, when he heard that taser thing, he lets go and he stands up. And this is a very tall guy. So he lets go and he stands up out of the vehicle. And then that's when that vehicle takes off. And Kimberly Potter's standing there and she's like, oh my God, I think I just shot him. And almost simultaneous to her saying that, you hear this crash. I mean, this is how quick this was. You know, you hear the pop. He jumps back. The vehicle takes off. She says something, crash. Now we know from the other officer that testified that arrived on that crash scene that he was there when that crash occurred. So, you know, she says something, the vehicle takes off, she says something. Seconds later, the crash occurs. That other officer is already there. So there's no time for any of these people, these three officers, Officer Lucky, Officer Potter, or Officer Johnson, to get on the radio and say, hey, there's a guy that's shot there. Because they didn't even realize it. Because Kimberly Potter's standing in the road going, I think I shot him. They're thinking he was tased. She's like, I shot him. Then she just goes like ballistic. She's, oh my God. And I'll show you some pictures of her. She just breaks down. She falls to the ground. She's inconsolable. It was very difficult to watch. I mean, Officer Johnson says to her, you know, it's going to be okay. We're going to figure this out. You know, if you hadn't done that, he would have taken off with me in the vehicle, which is true. So he tells Officer Lucky to sit down. So at this point, they are three involved officers. So they're not allowed to go to this other scene. They have to stay where they're at because they've been involved now in a police shooting. Now, Sergeant Johnson has this hysterical female on his hands. He's trying to get other help to the scene. He's got this one officer that I told you is already on the scene saying, I've got a man in the car. You know, he's got the gun on the car. He finally gets the female out. And Johnson's going, we need additional help at the scene. Meanwhile, there's this elderly couple in the other vehicle. Nobody has gone to see if they're okay because, you know, the one officer on the scene has his gun on the car just fled from the traffic stop because he doesn't know what he's walking into. He knows that there's been shots fired. He doesn't know who fired the shots, who's got weapons, who doesn't got weapons. Meanwhile, now he's got this hysterical female on his hand at the crash scene, which is the girlfriend. She's hysterical because her boyfriend is not breathing. So poor Sergeant Johnson standing there saying, we need help. Get somebody from another agency. Because they're telling him we don't have anybody. I don't care who you get. Get anybody. Get people out here. Call them in. Get them out here. So within a few minutes, you start to see squad cars coming. And he waves them away from where he is and points them towards the crash scene. And one of the vehicles that pulled over, he tells them, make sure everything is okay over there, then send someone back here. We're okay here for now. So meanwhile, nobody at this crash scene has any idea what went on at this traffic stop. Nobody does. It was such interesting testimony. So this goes on for the better part of the day, and eventually the judge comes back and she says, okay, the weather, it is deteriorating. It is snowing outside. We can put on one quick witness and then I'm going to let you guys go. They did put on a quick witness. It was another officer that arrived at the traffic scene who his sole role in the car in this in the traffic accident was he pulled Dante Wright's body out of the car and started to administer CPR. He had an AED machine, an automated external defibrillator that he attached to his body, which told him whether his heart had a shockable rhythm, and it did not. So they kept doing CPR, but it also gives them a rhythm on the monitor, which I don't think there was one. He was dead. So that was his role, and it was a very quick testimony, and then the judge sent the jury home because of this storm coming through. Thank God they weren't part of these horrendous tornadoes. Oh my God. So I have a subscriber, and I'm going to ask you guys a favor. She lives in Kentucky, and she's safe. She has a house. She's safe in her house, but she had a second home where it was like a little vacation home, not far from where she lived, but her husband had a lot of stuff stored there. She had all of her diamond paintings there because this is where she would go, like kind of like a she shed. This is where she would go to do her diamond painting. And all of her diamond paintings are gone. So here's what I'd like for you to do. It's Christmas time. Look through your stash. If you've got a couple of diamond paintings that you don't think you're ever going to diamond paint, let me know. I'll give you her address and you can send them to her. Yeah. Her name is Sue Gaines. You guys might know her. She just wants your thoughts, your love, your prayers, because they're all safe. But that little house was flattened, absolutely flattened. This is a house like it belonged to her parents. It's very sad, very sad. Thank God she wasn't in it. Thank God she was not in it. But all of her diamond paintings were in it. I know how I would feel if I lost all my diamond paintings. I know she's just thankful that she's got her life. I get that. But, you know, we're diamond painters. We're crafters. She said, hey, all my yarn is safe. She had all her yarn in her house. So that's a good thing. She doesn't need any yarn. Now, I'm sure you're going to say, well, the insurance is going to pay for it. I'm sure the insurance is going to pay for it. But I don't know about the diamond paintings. So let's help her out. It's Christmas time. Let me know if you got a couple extra paintings. I'll give you her address. Anyway, kitty cat. I don't think he feels good. I really don't. He's had the squirts. Yeah. I don't know if he ate something he shouldn't have. I don't know. I don't know. But he's very quiet. Oh. He'll be rambunctious for a few minutes and he'll go lay down. Yeah. It's like, my tummy hurts. This went on yesterday. The day before, he had gas. It just about drove me out of the house. Oh. And then yesterday, the diarrhea. And now, I don't know. I hope today he's going to feel a little bit better. It's my kitty. Anyway, I don't know where Pearl is. Pearl is smart. She's probably still in bed where it's warm. She's a smart kitten. Okay, let's do this day in history. In 2019, on this day, Time Magazine features Person of the Year. They do this every year. Person of the Year is Greta Thunberg. Now, this is a 16-year-old prodigy, obviously, who probably was driving her parents crazy. She decided she's going to be an activist for climate control. She talked her parents into becoming vegans. And can you imagine, Mrs. Thunberg, your daughter's in school. She's starting a protest. Can you come get her? You know, can you imagine having a child like this? She would go around Europe giving speeches, and she'd say, you know, the house is on fire. You've ruined the planet for me and everybody of my generation. And yeah. So in August of 2019, she sailed a solar power yacht across the ocean to New York. Then when she got to New York, she testified in front of Congress and the UN Climate Action Summit, where she was characteristically blunt. She said, "You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. People are suffering, people are dying, entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?" This is a 16-year-old. What? Very smart girl. Very smart girl. And, you know, the truth hurts. Yeah. So it says her message and mannerisms offended a lot of people, but her activism has made waves worldwide. Yep. The power of youth. That's what Time Magazine was talking about when they put her on the cover. Good for her. Yeah. So let's end this show on a very positive note because it's Christmas time. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this show today. I am having so much fun with the soundboard. I've got all these little buttons I can press that makes these sounds. I gave the like button the day off. Yeah. So don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit that like button because he's just sitting around on the couch. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of what we call Crafting and Crime Daily. And I hope to see you soon, maybe tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Love you. Bye.